My husband Ivan Rados and I regularly once a month run these amazing workshops for healing and personal transformation and soul awakening. And in our last one, a couple of days ago, one woman asked us for help, for advice as to what to do with her soon-to-be ex, because she's going through a very difficult divorce, and what makes it so difficult is that her husband is lashing out, he is angry, he's raging, he's attacking her with very lengthy, nasty texts and emails, he's threatening with children, with money, and she's devastated. She's a beautiful person, really noble soul, really sensitive, and her solution is to pretend that she's okay so that she doesn't escalate him any further, and for the sake of her children. What we said to her, Ivan and I, is that as noble her intention is, that's a wrong approach. Because just imagine, if you're feeling angry with somebody, what do you need from the other person? What does the anger need? Because all feelings have reciprocity. They all need, they all represent, every feeling has a need, reciprocal need. If you are sad, you need comfort. If you are scared, you need reassurance, right? If you're angry, you need to know that your anger makes an impact on the other person. And that's exactly what she's withholding from him. So he's escalating even more. Because, why is that so? Because anger is a secondary emotion. Anger always covers up a more painful, deeper feeling, such as hurt, abandonment, rejection, shame, guilt, fear, all these very, very painful emotions. So you always need to ask yourself first, why the anger? What is it covering? So in this case, he's probably feeling abandoned and betrayed. So she said, well, what do I do then? And this is what we said to her. Love him unconditionally, despite the fact that he's being terrible to you. That he's being, as everyone in the group said, an asshole. In fact, no, don't love him despite that fact. Love him even more because of that, which shocked her. She said, why would I love her more because he's being abusive? Doesn't that mean that I'm just gonna open myself to more abuse? And we said, no. First of all, you will not open yourself to more abuse because, first of all, in order to love him more, you need to love yourself unconditionally. When you love yourself unconditionally, you can love the other person unconditionally, but you will not take shit from them, okay? You will put your boundaries firmly in place, but with kindness and compassion and love. And why love him even more so? Because remember, hurt people hurt people. Just imagine what that person must have been through in his life, in his childhood, when you didn't know him. She said, oh, I know, he had terrible childhood. I said, yes, so now the little boy in him is triggered. The little boy in him is feeling abandoned, rejected, betrayed, which leads him to feel to his original feelings of feeling unworthy. He's scared and angry. He's lashing out. So when you love yourself and you love him unconditionally, you will be able to be honest and real and vulnerable with him and tell him, meet him, and tell him lovingly but firmly, when you do this and this and this is how I react. This is how I feel inside. This is what's happening to me. And part of that is because when I was growing up and people were acting like that, it made me feel scared. It made me feel insignificant, and so on, so on. So you're being vulnerable and honest, and you're demonstrating to him what's happening and how the inner child is being triggered. And you're being absolutely real and honest and loving, and yet you close the door to abuse. You don't look at the nasty texts if they happen, but I guarantee you, if they don't disappear entirely, if it doesn't change, chances are he will change. He will melt down and show his vulnerability, and the abuse will stop. However, there's no guarantee, because sometimes people are so wounded and so damaged that no matter what you do, it will not bring them to that level. And that's okay. Because at the very least, your love towards yourself and your compassion for him will still protect you. You will know where your boundaries are. So love unconditionally and start with yourself.